Hello, welcome to Good to Great Cooking today. I am Lisa, your host. Thank you for joining me and watching this video. Today's video is going to be a kitchen helper. So if you remember, when I do a kitchen helper video, it's usually something that uses a partially commercial product that just helps you get started on a recipe. So today, the kitchen helper that we're going to be using is William-Sonoma's ice cream starter. So I love to make fresh homemade ice cream. I have an electric ice cream maker that I think my daughter gave to me for Mother's Day when she was very, very young. I'm assuming there was some ulterior motives there for giving me this gift, but I absolutely love it. So all you will need is your starter, heavy cream and whipping cream, and then any kind of additions or add-ins that you want. So for me today, what I'm going to do is I'm trying to replicate Peach Cobbler in an ice cream form. So the finished product, what I'm wanting is to have ice cream that tastes like when you have a piece of, a scoop of ice cream with a little bit of Peach Cobbler. So that's what I'm going with. We've got peaches seasoned with cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla, and sugar, and then some kind of shortbread cookies crumbled up to kind of give you that crust feel. So I'm going to put it all together and see if it comes out the way that I want. So meet me back here after the video and let's see how it turns out. Here are the ingredients for the Peach Cobbler ice cream using the William-Sonoma ice cream starter as a kitchen helper. So obviously I need the ice cream starter. So that's what this is. I'm going to use vanilla as the base flavor. They do have it in several different flavors and I've tried a few of them. They all make really good ice cream. I highly recommend trying them. So for the ice cream starter, you're going to need 1.5 cups or 12 ounces of half and half, 12 ounces of heavy whipping cream, and that is all you need just to make the ice cream from the kitchen starter. But I am going to embellish this ice cream because I want to make a peach cobbler ice cream. So I'm going to season these peaches. I've already done that, by the way. Season them with cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla sugar. Vanilla sugar is just white granulated sugar that has been infused with a vanilla bean. It gives it a little bit of a richer taste, and you don't have to use a vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste to get that rich taste in there. So that's all that is. Now I've got about maybe a cup of diced up peaches that I have seasoned with the cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla sugar. I am using a jarred peach today. I am looking forward to trying this recipe again in the summer when peaches are in season using fresh peaches. But for today, since peaches are not in season right now, I'm just going to use the jar. Then I also have about 1/2 cup of shortbread cookies that I've broken up, and I put both the shortbread cookies and the seasoned peaches in the freezer while I make everything else for the ice cream. Now I don't want them to freeze, but I want them to be firm enough to stand up to the churning in the ice cream maker once I add them in, because I don't want them to be pureed and turn into, something that is just not recognizable. Particularly these pieces of cookie, I want to make sure you can get a little crunch and you can taste that piece of cookie that is supposed to simulate the crust on a peach cobbler. So these are the ingredients. Let's get started and see how this turns out. To get started making the ice cream, I'm just going to make the plain vanilla ice cream to get us started. So I'm going to this is the ice cream starter. It comes in this little bag like this. Might have to get scissors and cut it. Okay. Once you cut that top open, I'm just going to pour that into your mixing bowl. There. Discard that. And you're going to start with your half and half. So you want to put your half and half in the bowl with the starter. And whisk that until it's completely dissolved. It doesn't take very long. Okay, once that has been completely dissolved, you want to take your heavy cream and whisk that in. Okay. And you want to mix to combine. I apologize for that. But this is the ice cream base. Now I'm going to get this into my ice cream maker and let the ice cream maker just do its job. Now that I have my ice cream all mixed up, it's time for me to get it frozen. And I am going to use my ice cream machine. So I have, this one is, I want to say my daughter was 8 when she gave this to me. She's 27 now. So this one's going on 20 years old. Still serves its purpose though. Works really well. It comes with 4 parts. So this bottom part, this is the electrical part. This is the part that creates the churning. This is, I don't know what you call this, but this is the tub that you freeze because you need to have this frozen in order for it to make your ice cream. So I keep one of these, I've got 2. I keep one of these in the freezer at all times. So if I decide I want to make ice cream, it's already there and it's frozen. This paddle goes in here. And if you can see, there's a little hole down there. And this lines up right with that. Once you put that in there, that's what's going to help with churning your ice cream. So to make my ice cream, I'm just going to pour this mixture in here. Try to be really careful not to spill. Okay. So I get that all in there. And then I'm going to put this last part, which is just a lid down in there. And it has a little notch here that has to line up with this because it will not move without it being lined up. And it is ready to start. Typically, it takes about 20 to 25 minutes to get this ice cream to be the consistency of soft serve ice cream. And that's exactly the consistency I want before I add in my additional ingredients. So we're going to turn this on, have it go for about 25 minutes, and then I'll be back. My 25-minute timer has gone off. I did about 25 minutes with this one. As you can see, if we take a look inside, this is about the consistency of soft serve ice cream. And that's good. That's a good place for it to be in order for me to add in, my mix in. So that's what I'm going to do now. The reason that I put these cookies and the peaches in the freezer is just so that they get a little bit colder, not frozen, but I want them to be able to stand up to that churning that's in there because I don't want them, especially the cookies, I don't want them to turn into crumbs. So let's see if this works the way I planned. Yep. So that's going okay. I just want to mix it up in there. That's all. And I want them to be able to get mixed up without turning into crumbs. So I'm going to get myself another spoon and just move some things around. Get that down in there. And then I'm going to do the peaches. This one I imagine is going to be slightly tougher to do just because it's kind of a wet product. It has the potential to be messy. So here goes. There we go. The parchment paper that I put down when I put them in the freezer helped tremendously for becoming kind of almost like a funnel to get that in there. So now let's dig down in there. I'm just trying to get it to fall to the bottom. And then I'm going to give it one more churn to get them mixed up. And then I should be able to taste it and see how yummy it is. Okay. Looks like it's pretty good mix. It's not completely thoroughly mixed, but as I am going to be taking it and putting it into this little ice cream storage container, I'm going to mix it up even more. So here goes. So I've got it in its storage container. As you can see, it's starting to soften up again, and that's because it's not completely frozen, and that's okay because that's the stage that it's supposed to be in right now. So I'm going to put the lid on this, get it into the freezer. But when I get this in the freezer, I'm going to leave it there for at least, I'm going to say 2 or 3 hours. Let it get really, really solid, and then it'll scoop really well with my ice cream scoop. So I'll see you back here in a moment. The Peach Cobbler ice cream has been in the freezer for approximately 2.5 hours, and that is just enough time for it to solidify a little bit more, and now it has a scoopable consistency as opposed to the soft serve. So if you can see that, this is what it looks like now in its container. So I'm going to scoop out a little bit and give it a taste. Okay, so I scooped a little bit, grabbed myself a couple of extra cookies, you know, for good measure, and I'm going to give it a try. That is really yummy. It does taste like, it tastes like peach cobbler and ice cream. So I'm very excited about this. I'm so glad that I tried it. This is going to become a new regular. I hope you enjoyed this video for the Peach Cobbler ice cream, and I also hope that you will give this a try. All the information about the William-Sonoma ice cream starters is going to be in the video description, so you'll be able to get that really quickly and easily. If you don't have a William-Sonoma in your area, they do ship all across the continental United States, so you can still get your ice cream starter. Everybody have a great day. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. Please hit that like button and leave me a comment. Bye-bye.